Kids. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. A lot of kids like to bake cookies and cupcakes, but a few turn that into something special. We're going to visit with Madi Totaro on this episode of Discover Steiner Ranch. Madi's grandmother is who inspired her love of baking.
I started baking with her from a very young age. That was just something that she really liked to do. I wanted to kind of try it out. I knew that I wanted to have like a fun hobby that wasn't sports because I'm not very athletic. We would make sugar cookies. She taught me how to make caramel, but still, she makes the best one. I think she has like a couple secret ingredients that she's not really telling me about, but I don't know. My dad plays a big part in my baking. He always is like the practical side. So if I'm like, I want to make a huge cake, he's like, well, then you're gonna need a huge cake board and you're gonna need this. So he always helps out with that.
When her grandma wasn't visiting, she practiced her baking on family birthdays.
Whenever it was my mom's birthday or my dad's birthday, we would always make like a cake. I don't know why, but they used to be like really silly. Whatever they liked, I would make a cake. From a very young age, that's just like what we did. You know, like that was my present to them, baking them a cake and stuff. So I still do every year, and I think that that's really special and stuff. Then I ventured out into more than just cupcakes, cakes, and cookies. I would make breads and stuff like that. It was like everybody was getting a little bit too chubby in my house. So I had to figure out a way to where I could still do my favorite hobby, of course, and also not make my family unhealthy. I came up with like a little bit of a business strategy thing. People would ask for my cakes and my cupcakes, but it wasn't really too much. And then I got asked to be on a baking show, or I applied for a baking show. The show was mainly about all these kids coming together and having a competition about baking. Even though they like to think that we were all like competitors and stuff, we were all really, really good friends, and we were all just there for the experience and the fun. And of course, we wanted to meet the celebrity judges because those have been, I think, all of our like idols from baking and stuff. My favorite was the cheesecake episode 2, mainly because I've never made a cheesecake before that episode, and I won that episode. And then I got asked to be on another show for Food Network. Halloween Kids Baking Championship, it was a fan favorite show. It went really good. I was very happy with the person who won because they were from my season and we were really, really close. While the other competitors were like sad and stuff, I was like, you go, you did it, because that's like, he definitely deserved it.
Madi's baking business really grew following her television appearances, but she found she needed to reassess what's most important.
I never really kind of thought about it as a job. It was more of a thing I liked to do, but I was just getting money out of it. And that was really fun until I got to middle school. Just work kind of piled up. It was just kind of stressful for me being like 12 and getting orders for like wedding cakes and stuff. So your number one priority is school. Your number 2 priority is making sure that you're still being a kid. It's just kind of hard because you're still young, but you have to act like you're older. You have to really think about things more than I think anybody else at that age ever had to. Kind of took a break from it.
Of course, Madi likes to help others.
I always believe that it's important to give back in any way that I could. Of course, if I was gonna do anything, I would do baking. Instead of giving the money to a hospital. I decided to focus on one person at a time and give the money directly to them. I sold pretzels with like a little Hershey Kiss on top, and I would add an M&M on them. I had some neighbors who would come over and help. They knew that person, or even if they didn't, they knew that we were doing something important to help them. It kind of opened my eyes that we have to help others. That just felt really good, not only for me, but I think for all the people who really helped out. It was such an important thing that we were doing.
So what are Maddie's hopes going forward?
Over the next year, I want to continue doing it and for friends and family, but I don't really think I'm gonna be taking as many orders as I did before. I just want to do this as a hobby, but I want to get my degree in business. Kind of boring, but that's what I want to do with my life.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to tell the difference as to which one I made and you made, but let's finish them and we'll find out for sure. Okay. Maddie's one of the great people in Steiner, and I'm glad I got to spend some time with her. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty.
And I'm Madi Totaro.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Discover Steiner Ranch. And remember, when you're ready to buy or sell a home in Steiner, I'm ready to help.